Hello everybody, welcome to Rising Hawk Tarot. This video is for the Sun Bear zodiac sign of the Raven for the month of February. I am going to be doing a Celtic Cross spread, and being that it's Valentine's Day coming up here soon, I decided to go with the erotic tarot for the initial spread, and then I will be clarifying with the 1909 tarot. And at the very end of the reading, I will pull three main themes from the Moonology Oracle. So let's go ahead and get started for the Ravens for February. We start in your current general energies. And here we have the Hermit. So the Hermit, so this kind of says to me right now that some of the Ravens, so okay, there could be different stages. So it feels like some Ravens could be experiencing a bit of a dark night of the soul right now. They're climbing the mountain, and they're looking for enlightenment. They're looking for something, right? Like I feel like the Ravens this month are seeking something. And then we go to your crossing energies. And here we have the Two of Roses, which would be the Two of Pentacles. And again, our crossing energy, this can help us or hinder us. And it feels with this Two of Roses that some of the Ravens might be a little bit out of balance at this time in one or possibly more areas of your life at this time. So I would definitely, recommend, like I said, balance. This is my card of work hard, play hard, and also rest, right? You got to throw rest in there too. But although really, I feel like what a lot of the Ravens could be craving this month with that Hermit general energy is a little bit of solitude, just time to themselves to kind of sort things out in their own minds and maybe find this balance that they are missing. But let's clarify the Hermit and the Two of Roses. So with that, we have the King of Wands. Um, So I feel a lot of fiery energy, and the wands are do represent fire, but I kind of feel like this is almost you being a little bit, um, or some of you could be a little bit fired up this month. And I think again, depending on where you're sitting with your balance, this could go either way for you. Either you are full of fiery passion, ready to move forward and do something wonderful, or this fiery energy, this fiery passion could be some anger bubbling kind of up to the surface. So and again, and I would say if there is anger, this is probably again because something is out of balance. But let's just see where this goes for now. All right, next we go to the area of your foundation. And here we have the Seven of Candles, which would represent the Seven of Wands. So it kind of says right now that you're a little bit on the defense, a little bit defensive at the moment. You know what? Let's clarify this Seven of Candles. All right, and so we had the Knight of Wands that just jumped out there, so that's what we are going with. Again, so it feels, and again, I kind of already said this a little bit, but it feels, I do feel like there's a lot of like anger. There could be a lot of anger inside of the Ravens this month. They could be stewing on something, and again, feeling like they have to defend themselves. But you've got the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is all about uh, finding fun, right? Like the Knight of Wands tends to be more of a fun, playful kind of energy. So I would say Spirit is really asking you to let go of that anger. Let go of the idea of having to defend yourself. You don't have to defend yourself. And Spirit is just asking you, to whatever is going on that's causing this anger in you. Again, it really says that you need to have more fun. You need to bring more fun into your life, into the foundation of your life. There doesn't seem to be enough fun at this time, especially in just like the everyday kind of stuff. Next, we go to the area of your mind. And here we have the Three of Roses or the Three of Pentacles. Um, and again, this is actually, this can be a card of quality work. It's also a card of collaboration, working together with other people. Hmm, But it can also be a card of like public recognition, and it kind of feels like you are looking, some of you could be looking for a little bit of recognition, and perhaps this is why you are feeling like that anger. Perhaps you are feeling like you're not getting the recognition that you deserve. But another thing I will say about the Three of Roses or the Three of Pentacles is on the traditional tarot, there is a woman wearing a polka dotted cloak. And the polka dots in the tarot represents needing to have more fun. So again, this is, the third card that has come up that says you Ravens need to have a little bit more fun. You need to stop taking everything so seriously. Let's clarify this Three of Roses. So with the Three of Roses, we have the Four of Pentacles. So it kind of says to me that, you do need to have more fun, but you're holding on to your resources too tightly. And because you are holding on to your resources too tightly, you are blocking off your heart space, and you are blocking the flow of energy right now. So I would definitely, like, again, more fun. And I wouldn't be too overly concerned at this point about the recognition. You don't need any outside validation. So just open up that heart space. Don't hold on to those resources too tightly, and just allow the energy to flow. So next we go to the area of your past. And here we have the Eight of Shells or the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that are no longer serving you. So I feel like this is something that you have been doing, Ravens. Um, but again, it kind of still feels like there is still maybe something else, or some things else. Like there could be more things that are not serving you. But you have been working on, it does feel like you have been working on walking away from those things that aren't serving you. But let's clarify the Eight of Shells. So with that, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And so this kind of says, like, so continuing to walk away from those things that aren't serving you is going to cause a change in your fortune. Okay. It is going to totally flip the script, is what's coming to me right now. And it's just going to change everything. And you're going to get a new, it's almost like a second chance is the word that's coming here for me. So I hope that makes sense to somebody else out there. But this is going to be a change in your luck, a change in your fortune. And again, it is because you are walking away from those things that aren't serving you. So I love it. Next, we go to the area of our very near future. And here we have the Queen of Feathers. Now, a lot of people have gotten the Queen of Feathers or the Queen of Swords in their readings. And so again, this is probably a bit of a collective energy that's going on right now. But the Queen of Feathers, she is all about um, bringing chaos to order through clarity and boundaries. So I do think there could be some boundaries, Ravens, that need to be examined a little bit. Perhaps these boundaries are not quite clear. So I do think you need to revisit your boundaries. And again, these could be boundaries with other people, but they could also be boundaries with yourself. But I just feel like there's some boundary lines that are maybe a little bit fuzzy, maybe not quite as clear as they could be. But let's clarify that Queen of Feathers. So with the Queen of Feathers, we have the Four of Wands, and this is a celebration, okay, and an achievement. So I feel like in the near future here, if you set those, if you really put those boundaries in place and really examine them first, spend some time thinking about those boundaries, again, with other people as well as with yourself, because this is actually going to, again, be part of what changes that fortune, what changes your luck. And again, it's going to create a celebration. You are probably going to feel very, like, much better in your relationships once these boundaries have been clearly defined. Next, we go to the area of the next few months. And again, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you have the Wheel of Fortune twice. Um, and again, I just feel like, again, as you change these boundaries, as you set these boundaries, as you continue to walk away from these things that are not serving you, your luck is going to continue to change. Um, Now, the one warning kind of, or the thing to be aware of or cautious about as far as the Wheel of Fortune is concerned, is that you are not living on the outside of the wheel where you're letting all of the external circumstances around you dictate how you feel and what you do. So again, I would really recommend grounding yourself over the next few months. Like, continue, like, this is probably going to be an everyday thing where you have to ground yourself and bring yourself back into the center of the wheel. So, so that you don't change how you feel about yourself or the way you feel about things just because, things may not be working out around you. But let's clarify this Wheel of Fortune. So with the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Seven of Wands again. So you had the Seven of Candles, which is the Seven of Wands. So I would really, really, really be careful and really be cautious um, about being on the defense this month. It kind of feels like, again, you're going to want to be on the defense quite a bit, it feels like, but it's really saying like this is not the best uh, for you. I actually think being defensive is one of those things that is maybe not serving you anymore. Perhaps you have always been the warrior, you have always been the defender, um, and you're always going to battle. But this is saying that, again, this is, I think, what needs to change a little bit. You need to get out of the defense mode and just allow things to happen, allow the external circumstances to be what they're going to be. Next, we move to the area of our closest relationships. And here we have the Empress energy. So the Empress energy, um, as far as the area of our closest relationships, I would say that this is asking you to really nurture and care for your relationships this month. Really give them some time and some patience and some compassion, and again, really just love and nurture on those people who are, your closest relationships. But let's clarify this Emperor energy. Empress. And with the Empress, we have the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands can be a card of carrying burdens. Um, so I would definitely say, like, in your closest relationships, definitely love and nurture and care for those people, but also be cautious not to take on too much. Don't take on their burdens. You can assist them, but don't take them on. Okay, um, they still need to complete this cycle themselves. But again, you can assist them, but don't take their burdens on, is what I would say there. Mhm. Next, we go to the area of our hopes and our fears. And here we have the Seven of Roses, which would be the Seven of Pentacles. Um, and the Seven of Pentacles or the Seven of Roses is a card of evaluating your progress. It's asking you to kind of pause for a moment. So I think, and it honestly, when it comes to the hopes and fears, it almost feels like some of you um, may be afraid to take that pause and examine what's not working for you because again, you already have that eight of shells in the past, which means you've been letting go of things that aren't serving you. But the seven of pentacles says that there's still things, or at least something that is not working for you. And it almost feels like you may be afraid to let that, some of you may be afraid to let that go. But let's clarify that Seven of Roses. So with the Seven of Roses, you have the Five of Pentacles. So again, I think, some of you are afraid to let go of those things because you could be afraid of feeling left out in the cold, or you could be afraid that you might leave somebody else feeling left out in the cold. But again, with the Five of Pentacles, the idea here is to not draw attention to your weaknesses, to focus on your strengths. So with that Seven of Roses, instead of worrying about, maybe that one pentacle that isn't working for you, let it go so that you can really focus on the strengths, on those other six pentacles that are really working for you. But again, you have to be willing to let go of that one pentacle. And next we go to the last card in the spread, the outcome. And I love ending with the sun. What a beautiful card to end with because the sun is the best card in the deck. And no matter what, it makes the entire reading better. It is a card of happiness and joy, love, togetherness, family, children, all the goodness, all the good that life has to offer is represented in the sun. And this just kind of says, again, if you can continue to let go of those things that aren't serving you, if you can let go of that one pentacle that is not working for you, um, you are going to see so much happiness and joy come into your life. But let's clarify the sun. So with the sun, we have the Fool. So this means this is going to require you letting go of that pentacle, letting go of this last little bit that's not serving you is going to take a leap of faith. Okay, you're just going to have to close your eyes and go for it. You know what I mean? Like don't close your eyes as in you're not seeing anything, but just take that deep breath and then take that step and see where it takes you because again, this is the Fool is coming up with the sun. So it really does say that if you take this leap of faith and you let those things go, you have an amazing and beautiful new beginning ahead of you. All right, let's pull the three main themes for February for the Ravens. Right, so we have a fiery climax approaches, the waxing crescent moon, have faith in your dreams, and we have the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. So again, I would definitely be careful. So you did, like I said, you did have that Seven of Swords there, that being on the defense, and you had it twice, right? Because you had it with the Seven of Candles in your foundation too. So again, I would really watch your anger because again, you've got this fiery climax approaches. So it kind of says like something could go boom. Okay, if you are not managing your temper and your anger. um, and then you have the have faith in your dreams. and adjustments are required. So again, really believe in your dreams and believe that you can accomplish, everything. And again, you ended the reading with the Sun and the Fool, right? Which is a beautiful way, a new beginning. So have faith in your dream. But again, like I said, with that Eight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, there may be some adjustments, or not may, there are some adjustments that are required. But, you know, still have faith. Just know that you just got to tweak it just a little bit. So I hope that is helpful for all you Ravens out there. Thank you so much for joining me today. Um, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what your feelings were about this reading and about the month ahead. Yeah, like I said, like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel out so much. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a great month, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.